Hello, guys. Welcome back to Picks and Parlays. This is Net Picks and Chill. It's me, Nicholas Earl, and we don't have Detroit Lenny, but we do have a special guest for tonight's show, Weapon X. How are you doing for tonight?
Thanks. Hi, Nick. Thanks for having me today. It's a pleasure to be on the show. NHL hasn't been too kind for me today, but it is what it is. Pretty good on the season, so even I think if we can scratch this one off as a loss. Yeah.
Well, usually for this show, we're going to take a look at live updates. How are these games going? Currently, it's 4-0 Ottawa over Carolina because we all had that, obviously.
I think
it's currently at the end of the second period between Boston and Pittsburgh, 3-2 Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with 3 goals in the second period. And Carolina just scored Andrei Svechnikov with a goal. So that's kind of nice. I just got the alert right just like that.
Wow.
So Svechnikov with the goal there.
Finally.
It is now 4-1 in that game.
Let's see, is it a
Devils lead the Canadiens 5-1.
Yeah,
I don't know what dumbass would have bet on the freaking Canadiens tonight. Like, who would put their money on?
I mean,
I give up.
When I say
this was the spot for the Canadiens. If they were going to win a game, it was going to be this spot.
I agree with you, and that's kind of why I should have just put my money where my mouth is and just punched that New Jersey puck line.
Yeah,
because it was such good value at
and as we speak, Pavel Zacha just scored a power play goal. It is 6-1 Devils.
Oh my God, it's bad in Montreal. I mean,
yeah,
already Canada's a country that's been laughed at right now. Montreal might be the punchline to Canada right now.
Hey, it's okay. With Canada, with their struggling hockey teams, they can look at their women's team that's going to win the gold this year and be just okay with that, which we might touch on that a little bit later with the women's tournament coming up with the final 8 teams. We had the last team punch their ticket to the playoff this morning. But with the last 2 games going on right now, Washington and Columbus are tied 3-3 at the end of the second. They entered that period 1-0. Great day to have it under there. And then the Wild and the Jets just started the second period. It's currently 1-0 Jets. So an interesting start there in that game. And then we have 2 games tonight, Vegas, Edmonton, and Arizona and Vancouver. But overall tonight, I've kind of marked my Carolina team total a loser at 3.5. I'm hoping to at least get a push on that Carolina over 6. Washington, Columbus under 6.5 is a loser. Montreal on team total over 3.5 is most likely a loser.
Watch Carolina come back in this game and win this game.
Exactly, right.
And let's not bet on it. I want to see what the odds are right now.
Yeah, when it was 3-0, I put $5 down on them at plus 475, and like 2 minutes later, Ottawa scored. I'm like, that was a mistake.
It's plus 1650. So I will sprinkle a $2 on it.
1650, you say?
1650 Carolina on the money line on Bet365 right now.
I might have to throw $3 at that.
1750 now. Oh wait, I think Sens might have scored. Wait.
It did?
Wait. It says shots on goal. No, that's shots off.
That book's not frozen at all.
Yeah, I mean, at that price.
I'm going to throw $3 on it just because I will kick myself if they come back and win.
Same.
And I didn't do that. So 17-1. Here's our live bet. Usually Lenny does this. 17-1 Carolina Hurricanes money line. There we go. All right.
What can go wrong?
What can go wrong? We'll look at the chat real quick. Yo, what's up, peeps? How's your night? Looking terrible. Bruins are screwing me over right now. I didn't bet that game. I had no interest in that game. So what what'll be final.
Yeah, Ottawa's on the
just
power play. That's why I think again.
Fair enough. But for our topic for tonight, that we usually have a topic here. Starting at 3:40 a.m. my time, we're going to get men's Olympic hockey finally starting. We've had women's for the last 5 days. It's been decent. I'm 13, 11, and 1. I'm up 1.92 units, I want to say, for women's Olympic hockey. It's been pretty decent for me. And now we get the men's, which should be fun. We'll start off with any futures you're looking at here for men's Olympic hockey when it comes to it.
Yeah, Nick. So actually, I had to because I kind of looked. I looked to see what the roster buildup was and everything, and obviously you got a great ticket on Russia early on, but now with no NHL, we can't. You can't get that price anymore. It's almost juiced now at this point. I'll just go with pure upside for Team Canada because, again, 4 years ago they had a very very limited team. This year they came in and added youth with experience, with pretty big guys with Eric Stahl, who has been great for Team Canada all his career. He's trying to get back to the NHL now. So it's not like a guy that hasn't played in the NHL for a very long time. He actually played last year with the Habs, did pretty well. So for me at plus 600, 650, I sprinkled something on there because I just feel like they have the potential to get into the gold medal game. And who knows if the Von Levy is just as good as we've seen in the AHL. AHL, I believe he's playing it, right?
I believe so.
Drafted last year, but he's been killing wherever he's been playing. He's been killing. He has like 7 shutouts or something like that. He's great save percentage. Now defensively, that's going to be a question for Canada. What are we going to get out of that? Young players though, quick in Mason McTavish and Owen Power. Owen Power at 6'6". This kid is insane.
Man among boys.
Man among boys. He doesn't. You look at his face. He doesn't have facial hair. He looks like me, but like literally 20 years younger. So basically, I just went with that, and I think they medal at plus 140. So I took personally a 1 unit play at plus 140 for Canada to medal. That can be a bronze, a silver. On the books, it may say medal. It may see top 3. If you see that, I would go with that. And the other play for me in this would be Czechia. I like Czechia as a dark horse to medal also. And
I was looking at that a little bit. They play tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and they have a solid team. They have solid coaching from backhand to front end. So they played the long game. They're very good on the counter. So they can outlast maybe some other powerhouses. That this tournament's pretty wide open compared to other years because again, no NHL players. So you get what you get.
Now, with no NHL players, obviously we're going to see a decrease in the talent level. But do you think that that's also going to mean we're going to see a decrease in goalie talent level, which I think lends us to a little bit more towards the overs for these games? Would you look at more overs in this one? But we've also been seeing a decent amount of unders in the women's contest. I know the women's style of hockey is a lot different than the men's when it comes to the simple rules and stuff along those lines. Could we see higher scoring games? Because I'm kind of liking when we talk about this first game here, I'm kind of looking towards an over. I'll introduce this game now. We have Switzerland and Russia. Russia is minus 200 on, I want to say, the reg line. I'm still learning what these lines are supposed to mean because I'm used to just, okay, it's a money line. And then if you want the reg line, you go under 3-way lines. But I noticed with the Olympics there, it's Switzerland plus 410, Russia minus 200, and then it looks like the draw at plus 410. Those are three-way lines, correct?
Yeah, those are three-way lines. It's weird, and depending on the book that you have, those can vary actually. Like my books for the Olympics vary very much between Bet365 and CoolBet. I don't know what's the reason behind it. Maybe European books really don't have that much study in the Olympic because usually there's a disparity in odds. But yeah, I would tend to agree with you in this one, especially with lack of goaltending and lack of defense quality defensemen and being able to shut down certain skill players that I would tend to agree to go to the over here. And what are we talking about here? Russia and Switzerland, right?
Switzerland. Yeah, this one's for 3:40 a.m.
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time tomorrow morning. I've already got a couple plays on this game. I haven't bet the total, but I have bet a team total and I have bet a side. Obviously, if you guys know where my futures lie, you know where I went with this game. Are you looking to attack this one?
I'm still looking at an angle because Switzerland's not that bad of a team on men's. And I know Russia has changed their coaching recently from the last championship. They've gone with the mix of Sergei Fedorov and Sergei Gonchar. So I don't know what we're going to see out of Russia. So I'm trying to get something that where the line isn't too juiced because right now even the -2.5 is where is it at? The -2.5.
I only see 1.5 on my book at -114.
Yeah, 1.5. So the 1.5 actually, it's even money. So honestly, probably would go there if that line CoolBet is pretty good. I don't know what it is on 360 here. Where are you? Oh, there we go. Men's Olympics, not women's. Would have done women's. Yeah, see, -130 is a little bit too much juice for me personally to lay on Bet365. But if you can find a better line, that's an angle I would go for. Russia to cover the puck line. Maybe a 5-3 game, something like that, or a 4-2 game. I want to see certain teams play before I can really back my money on, especially in the men's side, because in the women's we already know who the favorites are. We've seen Japan being a surprise team that actually if you bet on Japan a lot, you've come out with a lot of money.
Yeah, we mentioned that in our show over on your channel as well. That Japan was a sneaky team we were looking at.
And the Czech Republic, I like the over in that one. Czech Republic, Denmark, I'd be looking at an over 5.5 at +115. I like that.
Yeah, for this first one here, I got to the Russia puck line. I laid the -1.5 at -114. You guys know where my futures lie. I have a +425 ticket for ROC. I'm going to ride Russia through the entire Olympics. That's just the plain and simple truth. It's similar to what I'm doing with Canada on the women's side. Mm-hmm. That's a team I'm going to ride throughout the entire time. And I have Russia's -1.5. I also have their team total over 3.5 at +105. I think they put up at least 4 goals against Switzerland. I think this is a good warm-up game for them because I know Switzerland's supposed to be okay, but they're not one of those that's going to be towards the top when I was looking at it. Switzerland's towards the middle. They're right where Czech Republic and the United States are as far as odds go. They're 10-1 to win the gold. So I'm going to look to target here the favorite to win the whole thing with Russia to cover the puck line here on their first game. Look to send a message in the for the first one. And then you said you like the over here in the Czech Republic.
Yeah, because I would take the puck line, but like at minus 140, 150, you're not gonna. Honestly, I don't think you can lay that much on the puck line. Uh, the alternative puck line might be a little risky because again, these are men, so there's still a lot more skill for each country because a lot of these players play in the KHL, play in the Finland league.
Yeah.
There's so many hockey leagues out there, so it's not like you get a huge disparity like in women. So teams like even Denmark, who hasn't been doing great, can still score. But I do expect the Czech Republic to kind of score. So maybe a team total here or an over. I like the over at plus 115 for me here. Probably gonna try to hit some props in that one. See, especially with goal props and stuff like that, or point props. If you can find really good lines, like David Krejci, maybe David Krejci over
Oh,
1.5
forgot
points.
about him.
He is at plus 275 on Cool Bet, and on Bet365. It's true on Bet365 you can't really have points, but you could totally single him for a goal prop. He's still a point per game getter in the KHL, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He's having a pretty good season. He's mostly going to be playing on a power play.
Nice.
So plus 170 right now that I see on Bet365 for him anytime goal. So that
I don't hate that at all. Yeah, I'm on the Czech Republic as well. I got this a week ago or 6 days ago. I got a -2 at minus 105. So I think that this is going to be one of those games where they should take care of business. I'm probably going to add that team total over 3.5 as well for the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Now that they have team totals for men's, because I noticed my book, they had team totals for women's for like the first 2 days.
Yeah.
And I went 3-0 on my team totals. I cashed it was Japan over 1.5. It was Finland over 0.5 against the United States, and I cashed. Forgot who the other team was. It was a 1.5 as well. I want to say Switzerland 1.5 against ROC, and then all of a sudden there was no more team totals to be found. So I have a feeling it might be the same. So if you guys like team totals, take advantage on the first couple days because I think they might take those away again. But yeah, I'm probably going to attack the team total over 3.5 for the Czech Republic as well. I expect both favorites to take care of business in this one. So I like both the favorites for the first round here, or for the first day. But
no, I think where the trap can be is definitely that Sweden Latvia team, Latvia match. Sweden has had a really lack of production when it comes to talent recently, especially with like most of their talented players being in the NHL right now, being their prime. So I think they might struggle against a Latvia team that's actually really good defensively. As a team, they've always been in tourneys and they've played the long game. If they don't win, they don't lose by much. And I think that line right there is just the discrepancy on that line is quite a lot. Like Sweden line right now at puck line is what, minus 150. I think to lay that on Sweden with no actual really good players, I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
If you can play the under maybe in this one, under 5.5, if you have it.
I don't have odds for these games yet for my book. Let me
see, but that's the thing. It's true. So it's kind of telling you, it's baiting you into kind of taking maybe Sweden's puck line, but it's so juiced, and then the under.
I'm seeing Sweden minus 500 on one book here.
Yeah, I mean, wow, minus 500.
That's quite the line.
Yeah, minus 526 on mine too. This is, I mean,
and there's one game where I know I'm probably gonna be different than you on this one. This one's at 8:10 a.m. on the 10th, so it's not tomorrow morning. It's the following morning, and you know exactly what we're looking at there.
Oh yeah,
I don't have anything typed up for this game. Germany and Canada. Canada is going to be a minus 215 favorite I'm going to look to take the plus 185 with Germany. Take a shot with the underdog in that game. I think that could be I think that Germany is like my quote unquote dark horse for this one. By the way, Carolina just scored. It's 4-2 now. So 6 minutes left. Our 17-1 could be live.
I hope so, man, because we're looking at this. Oh, finally, Edmonton scored. I think. Oh no.
Nope, that's the Golden Knights.
Golden Knights.
I have the over in general in that game, so
yeah, me too. So we need more goals, and these. Oh my god! Like this.
What?
Okay. Pittsburgh's still leading. That's one of my cashes that I'm hoping it stays like this, because that's, I think, the only thing I might cash tonight. It's Pittsburgh's money line, but I get it. They won a bronze medal, I believe, last.
Wasn't it silver
or a silver?
Silver.
So the gold medal game. Got it. But I think this time around, nothing has changed much in this German team. They still don't have the big German guys from the NHL.
Draisaitl and Stützle, and
and
arguably one of the best goal scorers in the world that could have been on this team for this Germany team with Draisaitl.
Yeah, exactly. So, for me, it's just Canada has gotten that much better. I think just off paper.
Yeah,
we'll see what they bring on the ice. That's a different story. But I think Canada here really is going to make a statement, and I'm probably going to go on the other side. I don't have a puck line yet.
I don't have the line for that on my book yet. So
I do.
I'll definitely be looking to take an underdog on that spot.
So I'm gonna ride. Obviously, I have my futures on Canada too. So
yeah.
At plus 140, that's great value. I'll probably ride with the Canada's puck line, and I'm probably gonna ride with some player props once they're open. I think right now they're not open, but I'm gonna.
Plus, I think I may be able to get a 1.5 team total with Germany. That may be the route to go in that game, because I think Germany puts up at least 2 potentially.
If you get that low of a team total, I mean, it's always a good idea to sprinkle on that, especially if you can get like even money or plus money or pretty good odds on money.
Yeah.
Teams typically score at least 2 goals, especially men hockey. This is pretty competitive. It's going to be a wild tournament, really, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to bet on.
Yeah. Not that women hasn't been fun. I mean,
I love the women's tournament. I was laying in bed at 1 a.m. last night watching United States and Canada. That was an awesome game. And I feel very un-American because I bet and was rooting for Canada in that game. Because I even joked around on Twitter. I was like, yeah, I know I'm an American, but this women's team is making me feel like a Canadian and make me a Canada fan. So
I'm glad you were on our side yesterday. I said, oh, my friends, for the next 2 hours, fuck y'all. That was it. But hey, I got the puck line on that one. The thing is with the Americans is they're missing Decker. Decker was a big loss for the United States, a lot more than on the other side. Why? Because she's so great at creating offense and moving the puck around for the United States that it's just been one-dimensional. Razor, what's up?
Yeah.
I mean,
East Carolina compete. I mean, I hope. Joe Kryptonite, if you know anything about me, that's the school I go to. I hope they can beat Tulsa. I didn't bet them, but I hope East Carolina wins. But yeah, sorry, I was reading the chat.
No problem, man. All good. I know you guys do a lot of basketball and college and all that, so I know you got a lot of followers on that. I have to be able to somehow make more time to be able to do that, because right now that's time management for me is big.
Wait, you play that? You can get East Carolina for plus 150 there, Joe Kryptonite. I wouldn't talk you off of that. As a Pirate, I wouldn't talk you off of it, but I mean, asking me about East Carolina games is like asking Terry about a Wild game. We could talk you into betting their money line all day long, but that doesn't mean you should. So take that with a grain of salt. There.
The Jets.
Yeah. What happened?
No, I'm saying the Jets will be the death of me right now. Like we're still leading with nothing.
Oh, it's 1-0. So
Minnesota.
I need 2 more goals. I need 2 more goals from the Jets. So I have their team total.
Carolina comes back, that would be amazing.
Yeah, if Carolina can come back, let's see what that game's at, and then we're gonna head on out for this edition of Net Picks and Chill. Currently 4-2. My books are locked. My live books are locked, so we may have a goal here. They're up to plus 100 on points, but now plus 155. I mean, if you feel good about it, I'm not watching the game, so I can't really give you an opinion on that. Okay, the clock is ticking down, so it may just be they pulled the goalie or something like that. Let's see. Probably. Yeah, goalie pulled. Can we get at least a goal to push this game over? That'd be nice.
Yeah.
With 2:20 to go.
Goal, that'd be amazing.
At this point, I'll just take an Ottawa goal to make it 5-2 to push it over 6 so I can cash something. Because right now that's a push. But if I can cash that would be nice because then I would be 1-3 instead of 0-3-1 to start my hockey day.
Yeah, well, hopefully tonight we're gonna catch some tickets on this men's Olympics hockey.
Yes.
So I'm with you on that puck line. If you can get it at almost even money, I got cool bets. So I'll put my units on that one. And the Czech Republic game over 5.5. I'll definitely put that one on at plus 115. I'll probably sprinkle something on Krejci over 2 points and Krejci just anytime goal.
Yeah, I don't get props for the Olympics, unfortunately.
Oh man, yeah, books can be assholes with that, especially for the Olympics. I've been trying to request for women and it hasn't gone through. They're like, oh, we don't know that enough. Maybe in the eliminations. The other thing I'm looking at right now for the Olympics is going to be the half pipe. Mm-hmm. Shaun White hasn't really competed in like 2-3 years, but he's coming back just for the Olympics.
So him to win gold?
For him to win gold right now, it's at plus 400. It's probably worth a sprinkle quarter unit. Why? It's Shaun White.
It's Shaun White.
Let's just put it that way. He is the reason why the X Games are so big, why these sports are at the Olympics. And he's always a threat to kind of put down almost anything humanly possible. Yeah. But obviously the Japanese guys are right now killing it for the last couple of years. So Yuri Urano is I believe the guy that's landed the first triple cork on a half pipe last year. So it's the gold will probably be between him and the Australian dude. So I've yet to kind of look into that, but I would sprinkle right off the bat Shaun White if you can get it at a pretty good money, maybe a quarter unit. And for him to medal is not a bad idea either because these will be his last games.
Yeah.
And I know he wants to maybe get on the podium, kind of leave his legacy the way it is on top. Everything else.
See what I'm trying to Shaun White plus 400 to win gold.
And I believe it's for him to finish top 3. It should still be plus money. Are you able to get that on your book?
And snowboarding cross, no. No, all I see is for him to win gold at plus 400, which I'll throw $10 at that just because. When does this go down?
It's starting at 11 o'clock.
All right. Then that'll be the official play for this show. Shaun White to win gold at plus 400. There we go. I threw $10 at it just to have fun with it. So Shaun White to win gold plus 400. There's your official play for that. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this show. Anything else you want to say before we head on out?
No, man. I just want to thank you for having me on here, and hopefully let's cash some NHL tonight, me and you, so we can limit this loss late. But hey, we'll be back tomorrow.
Absolutely. We get I think a 6-game slate tomorrow to attack, so it should be fun there. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this edition of Net Picks and Chill. We want to thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck with whatever plays you have for the rest of the night. See you guys.